Hey people, Bionic here. So, I was not expecting to return to a topic such as this for a long time. Maybe like a year or so to see what the damage was. But the latest CN livestream just happened and I have many thoughts about it. First of all, the event genuinely looks like it's going to be a fun and good time. But that's not the issue here. The issue is the limited banner and the units that happen to be on this banner. Around 3 months ago, I made a video called Arknights has an altar problem. And since that video, there has been several new altar units. Executor altar, and now Ayala altar and Swire altar. In that time frame, one non-altar 6-star has released, Typhoon. I think you can see my issue with this release order. Release schedule, and that is that there was an overwhelming amount of new altar units. Altars before Reed altar were limited to the limited 6-star slot, and despite all of us complaining that that was too much and that we wanted more unique units for limited 6-stars, it was more acceptable. Then Reed altar happened and non-limited 6-stars could be altars, and that's fine. Once in a blue moon, getting an extra altar isn't going to break the bank. However, with the reveal of the new summer units, this issue has once again raised its ugly head, and it may even be worse than ever. No matter what you think of Ayala or Swire, I don't think anyone in the community wanted both of the new units to be altars. We had already accepted that we would at least get one altar unit, but the fact that both of the new 6-stars are altars is pretty much unacceptable. And I won't lie to you, I am excited to get these units. They both look really cool and have really interesting kits, but the fact that they're both altars doesn't inspire me with a lot of hope. I thought Hippogriff, after the Mulesies and Holeic banner, would have learned that we don't want so many altars. We love new units, and of course everyone in the community is excited when we get a new unit because it's a new chance to see a brand new character. Take for example, in the most recent limited event that has been on the global server, Il Siracusa, Penance is one of the most fascinating characters that they've introduced, and she had absolutely zero build-up. Penance was far more interesting to read about in Il Siracusa when compared to the limited 6-star altar Texas, and she had absolutely zero build-up before that point. And so when we were going back to Siesta, we assumed Silent altar would be a shoo-in. But in fairness to it all, they did surprise us with more unique altars than that, being Aya and Swire. Not that this means they're good, it just means that they are more unique than what we were going to give them credit for. However, this clearly demonstrates that Hippogriff has not learned their lesson about altars. And if this is setting a pattern going into the future, we're going to receive another non-limited 6-star altar in between now and the next limited banner, which I don't think anyone wants. We already know what the next event is going to be after this. Before episode 13 comes out, it's going to be a Black Steel event. And I'm hugely excited for it. The Black Steel manga has just got a translation, and I am going to talk about it at some stage, but it's almost guaranteed that we're getting Jessica altar or another one of the Black Steel girls that we know of, which means that there's at least one more 6-star altar coming out before the next limited banner, and I don't think anyone is excited for it. It's not that we don't like these altar characters. I've seen people going crazy over Aya and Swire. However, that's not the issue. The issue isn't that people really hate altars. It's just that there are so many existing characters in the game that people want to see units for. For example, Wynar and Ines both received 6-star units, and they were both pre-existing, pre-established characters, so they got a lot of really positive reception. And they're not the only characters. There are many NPCs. Go out there, you'll find it. I'll have some up on the screen, but there are a lot of interesting NPC designs that people would love to see get made into operators. Personally, I'm hoping for characters like Dagon Bircher and Viviana to become operators in the future, but considering the trend of altars, I wouldn't be surprised in the next Null event that Blemishine and Wishlast get altars instead of a new character being introduced. And that's just really sad. If they keep releasing altars, I am sure people will keep enjoying them and paying for these new units, but it does limit my excitement somewhat. Of course, I'd love it if a unit I love becomes an altar, but that just means another really interesting unit doesn't become an operator. And that's really it. I know this video is kind of ranty and all over the place, but I don't want you to think that I'm hating Hippogriff for what they've done. Both Swire Altar and Aya Altar look really incredible. It's just I'm personally worried that we're going to get too many altars. I want to see new and interesting units. I'll take, for example, Fake Grand Order. It is a lot of alternate units due to the fact that they have summer themed and Christmas themed units, but when a new event drops, you typically will get a brand new unit with brand new lore. So you're not just getting the same characters constantly recycled. And I worry that Arknights will fall into a pattern of giving us recycled characters over and over again. Of course, in this banner there is new units, but the 6 stars are the big focus of them. If the 5 star on a banner is an altar, it makes people more interested in pulling for that 5 star. So I would personally prefer us to get more 5 star altars in the future than constantly getting 6 stars. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to get so many altars. Like on paper, if you can justify it, it makes sense. But currently, I don't see Swire or Aya getting a lot of pre-established justification for an altar. Now, in the event, they might receive a level of justification. As it currently stands, there's only 3 altars I really think earn their existence in a positive, good way, and the rest fall into a category of being alright to just bad. This is of course of the 6 star altars. 5 star altars I think mostly justify themselves due to them typically upgrading a 3 star or 4 star unit to a 5 star status. But that's about it. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Be good people.